Batya Ungar-Sargon joins us, opinion editor of Newsweek, author of Second Class, How the Elites Betrayed America's Working Men and Women. It is good to see you.
Thanks, Leland.
Does Kamala Harris have a choice to make here?
It's so amazing because you hear so often from the left that the right is anti-Semitic and Trump is Hitler, right? And that they hate Jews and blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that the Democratic nominee is going to have to choose between winning the election potentially, right, and not angering anti-Semites. You're totally right. Josh Shapiro is the obvious choice, and she cannot choose him because the anti-Semitic left will then not vote for her. I don't think this has ever happened before in American history where a major party was going to have to choose defeat to pander to anti-Semites, but that is literally what we are witnessing right now.
Well, to be fair, you've seen parties choose defeat to pander to a certain group. Anti-Semites, in this case, was not one of them. 61% of Jewish voters in Michigan lean Democratic. Now, there's not a lot of them, but they do lean Democratic. And in a tight race, you think about Hillary Clinton lost and Trump won in 2016 by 10, 15,000 votes. So every vote counts significantly. Have you seen this shift yet from Jewish people who used to think it was more important to be liberal than to be Jewish, now saying it's more important to be Jewish and support a party that supports Israel and doesn't have anti-Semites in it?
Right. I think it's even less about Israel than it is just about, Jew hatred even here. I'm definitely seeing a shift. Jewish Americans are paying very close attention to what's happening right now. And let me tell you something, there's really no other reason not to pick Josh Shapiro than the fact that he's Jewish, right? All of the options are pro-Israel. He just happens to be the Jewish pro-Israel option. And I think if American Jews get wind of the fact that the only reason a person wasn't selected was because he is Jewish, that is going to be a huge deal breaker for many, many Jews.
Okay, so play this out. Why then is Shapiro playing along? He's going to a big rally with Kamala Harris. He seems to have no problem being on part of the ticket. The flip side of that, right, is if somebody has to make this choice or is even thinking about it, whether or not you're going to pander to anti-Semites, any Jew should find that repulsive, and yet he's all on board.
Well, we don't know yet if she's going to pander to them, right? I mean,
Well, she did last night.
She did last night, right? But she did it in a political way, right? She pandered to them after having denounced the Hamas protests that happened at Union Station in a very good statement, right? So I don't like that she pandered to them after that, but in a way she was sort of equivocating there, right? Trying to keep them on board. Maybe Josh Shapiro is getting messaging that he is still in the running, that he is a front runner, right? We can't prejudge. I'm just saying, what her choice is right now. It's either win or pander to anti-Semites, and American Jews are sure as heck paying attention.
Where do you see the arc of this if Kamala Harris wins? She's already moved the party, at least significantly yesterday in her statement, much closer to the pro-Palestinian types. And you and I have talked about this. Issues of moral clarity, you can't have it both ways. Joe Biden certainly tried to. Kamala Harris has sort of tried to, is a reflection of Joe Biden and still have it both ways. What do Republicans have to do to take advantage of it?
She can only win one way. Her path to victory involves throwing Joe Biden under the bus on immigration. And I really just don't see her doing that. The whole, she was never the border czar is falling very flat. Her denials are not going to work. The only path to victory for Kamala Harris is to effectively say, we were wrong on immigration. It was all him. And I'm going to be much tougher on the border now if I become president. And honestly, it's very hard to imagine her doing that. I don't think foreign policy is what makes Americans vote. They don't turn out for that. They turn out for domestic issues.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.